Ready for baseball here in New York. And on the hill in this one, Max Fried. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Jackson Holliday, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 105.
Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one. On the ground, right side. Over to Goldie. One up, one down. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Now an 0-2 from Fried.
Ball one ball, two strike.
Good job to fight that one off. And that's in the dirt. One out, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. Quick start to this afternoon's action. Two gone.
Madden third, the right fielder, number 12.
Here's Ramon Laureano. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And downstairs. Two out, space is empty. Too high, and now it's 3-1. That's ball four. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find a zone.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So two down. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Foul ball there. And here it comes. Foul ball, still 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Laureano on the move. Pitch in the dirt. Wide throw, and it gets away.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Back in the Bronx, and our pitcher in this game, Scott Blewett.
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Inside. And now 2-0. That one is upstairs. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Six straight outside the strike zone. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, no outs. Aaron Judge digs in now. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. To Westberg, and that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
He's done a great job making contact recently, batting over 300 so far this month.
There's a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Base hit and a run comes in.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. That one fouled off. Chisholm off of first with 2 away.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Next offering is outside. In the air, right side. Laureano in position. He's there. He's got it. And that will end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Top of the second, and into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Freed, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Max Fried will go to work. Fought off foul. That misses, and the count is 1-1.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. And that one is inside. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Three-two now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And Gary Sanchez at the plate. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. He's safe. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here in the top of the second. And a swing and a miss there.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one. Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Swing and a miss. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. And here's the first baseman, Kobe Mayo. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. Runner at second here, one gone. Next offering is fouled back. Strike 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. One out and a runner at second. Just misses. And a count 1-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. This is Dylan Carlson, a switch hitter batting right. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No ball. 1 strike.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Ball. 1 ball. 1 strike.
And that's downstairs and outside. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for the Orioles. They trail here 1-0. Back in New York, we head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. Blew it back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Just missed. And another ball. In for a strike, 3-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Blew it, checks over to first, and he's back. Digging in, Anthony Volpe. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Dominguez on at first, nobody out. The 0-2. Just misses with that one.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Close, but called a ball. 2-2.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
No, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. First and second, no outs. Bottom half of inning number 2. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Set down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. In there for strike 1. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. Lifted in the air, right center field. Laureano hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So the lineup flips over. And the batter now, Paul Goldschmidt. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
2 on, 2 outs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Make it count, make it count.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Two on, 2 outs. Rolled over to third. Fires across the diamond. That's the 3rd out. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. Yankees 1 and the Orioles nothing. Top half of the 3rd inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Luis Vasquez. Looking for his first big league hit right here. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. Back to the mound, he's got it. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. That's outside. Ball one. Right through there for a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. And that one in the air center field. Grisham. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, the second baseman.
Jordan Westberg will hit next. Grounded out his first time up. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Grisham settles under it, nabs it, and that is that. As we go to the last of the third, here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Breaking ball inside, and the count even 1-1. Up the middle, Westberg. 1 up, 1 down.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1. That's inside. 1-0. More numbers retired and more world championships than any other franchise. The impact the Yankees have had on baseball, really second to none. And you come here to this yard, and it's all on display. 1 down, base is empty. That missed by a lot. Now 2 balls and a strike.
So many, you know, kids growing up, when you watch baseball on a Saturday, it was the New York Yankees. Now you have baseball on every single day. But I think, you know, there's a generation that became Yankee fans because they were often the team on television.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
2 down, base is empty. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Ripped on the ground a second, and the Yanks go quietly. Offense held in check there. 3 innings complete. Yankees 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, Laureano comes up to hit.
Ramon Laureano.
Let's go, New York.
And that's off
Inside.
the inside edge. Ball 1.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one is back. Just missed getting out of here and tying this game.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Orioles stands in now and watches strike one. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Hard hit left side. Volpe throws it to first in time. 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the center fielder, Colton Cowser, walked his first time. Swing and a miss, strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. And it remains 1-0. Bottom of the 4th. Now up as the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. In the air, out towards left center. Carlson squeezes it, and there's one down.
He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. He reached out a walk his first time. That one at the knees for a strike.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Next pitch way upstairs. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
And now it's going to be Anthony Volpe. And that one fouled off. Dominguez over at first with one away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Stepping in, Austin Wells. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Foul ball. Moved to first, and he dives back in safely. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. The 1-1 is fouled off. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. So one hit is all they get. On to the top of the fifth we go. Yankees 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in New York, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Gary Sanchez. Freed back to work. And that misses. And that is ball 1.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
The wind to kick the 2-0. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Two one now. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And here is Kobe Mayo. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
And a curve is down and in. The Orioles hitless so far in the game. Just off the outside edge. Now 2-2. Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And next for the Orioles, Dylan Carlson. Grounded out his first time up. Swings through that one.
0-1.
In the air, left field, Dominguez sizes this one up, and that is that. Coming on for the Orioles, Andrew Kittredge.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. Fly to right his first time. Kittredge, in his 7th season, he features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a 4-seamer. The pitch to LeMahieu. And that's fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
To the right side. The throw to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Let's go, Yankees.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Soto getting cranked up as well. One down, base is empty. And takes low for ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here's Trent Grisham, 1 for 2. He swings and fouls one off. And that drops in for a strike.
Pretty good pitch. Backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take, because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Smoked on the ground a second. Sends it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Yanks held in check. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And into the box for Baltimore, Luis Vasquez.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Right side, hard hit. In plenty of time to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Now it's the DH, Jackson Holliday. 0 for 2 in this one. And he takes a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering upstairs. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Out to short, Volpe. To first, and that quickly 2 away.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground, handled by LeMahieu, and he'll be safe at first.
Up next for the Orioles, the right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
Ramon Laureano, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's been a great free agent sign. There's the strike.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
2 outs. Strike 2.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Fair ball. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Now back to third baseman, Ramon Urias.
First and second, 2 outs. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's in there for strike 1. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Westberg on second. Laureano on at first with 2 down. That pitch just misses the inside corner. Going to count 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. 5.5 innings complete. And the no-hitter is no more. Yankees 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, here's some real power at the plate. Aaron Judge. That one ripped. Could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. The relay, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity. And at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. And another ball. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Yennier Cano is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a ground ball. Handles, throws to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now back, the designated hitter, John Harbaugh. Stanton.
Here's Stanton now.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
Outside low, ball one.
One ball, no strike.
On the corner for a strike. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Right through there for a strike. And now it's filled up. And a base hit knocks in a run.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at first with 1 gone, Jason Dominguez. Stepping in now for the Yankees. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Upstairs. Line drive caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Anthony Volpe now at the plate. A strikeout and a walk. And first offering is fouled off. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the bottom of the 6th. That's towards center. Cowser drops into the glove, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now in the Bronx, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. That's too low. 1-0. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Hill warming up as well. Just missed.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Next offering upstairs.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That pitch clips the outside corner, and the count is 3-1. And there's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention. Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Tying run at the plate. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Grisham gets it back in quickly. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Max Fried will give way. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Jonathan Loaisiga gets the call from the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now the first baseman, Kobe Mayo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And fouled off. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. A double play on the first batter. He faces in relief.
Hey, they played the matchup right there, worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Here's the left fielder, Dylan Carlson. There's the strike. Cowser on third with 2 out. The tying run at the plate. Got him swinging.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yennier Cano, 32nd appearance. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch, and he just misses. And that's in there at the knees.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Ripped to short. Throws across the diamond. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Here's DJ LeMahieu. This one in the air, center field. Cowser. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
2 down, bases empty. Paul Goldschmidt now. A changeup missing, and that's ball 1. Just missed. it is 2-1.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
2 down, nobody on. And now 2-2.
2-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And the inning is over. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Vasquez. Loaisiga goes 5 feet 11 inches, 30 years old now, and he's a native of Nicaragua. Loaisiga back to work. Right down to shoot, 0-1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. That one out to right. Judge is under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Now here's the Orioles DH, Jackson Holliday. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one wrapped foul. And that one fouled off. The Orioles down by a pair, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hit on the ground to the right side. Goldie. And he handles it himself for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Jordan Westburg. 1 for 3. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So they make short work of him there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles nothing. Gregory Soto will take over here.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. And that's in for a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
This one in the air. Vasquez. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Judge in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. There comes an 0-2 to Judge. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
2 down, base is empty. Next to hit, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. Two outs and a foul ball. So now 1-2.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. And that one a little below the knees. And it's 3-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And right back to the mound. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Through 8 full, it's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles nothing. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Devin Williams.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
So digging in, Ramon Laureano.
Ramon Laureano.
First pitch swinging.
0-1.
In the air to left down the line. Dominguez on his way over. Hauls it in, and there's one away. He's 2 outs away. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That's in there. 0-1. The Yanks trying to close out a 2-run lead here at the top of the 9th. Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. 1-2. And that is downstairs. The count now 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
a strikeout. Now only one out remaining. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Cowser, the next to hit, takes outside. And that is out of play. And he grounds one to the right side. And foul ball. The Orioles down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, at this point of the year, first day of the summer, teams are really starting to figure out who they are. No more excuses about cold weather or any inclement conditions. Now I think we'll start to see what this team is really made of as we move forward.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.